What is up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Today has been a much better day again in the market for me. Again, I'm continuing trading the 10K chart. So thank you to the person who suggests I should go higher time frame. You know who you are. Appreciate you. Yeah, Jerome Powell today spoke. He said we're gonna cut rates, which in my opinion, again, I'm not a professional. I'm just an average guy. I don't have a degree in economics, but in my opinion, cutting rates right now is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. The way I see it, that if you're cutting rates, that means you're printing more money. That's how I see it, right? And I think cutting rates in the short term will help. In the long term, maybe like next year, it won't. It will not. So I think we have some bigger issues coming down the road in terms of the economy. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just an average guy, so who cares what I think, right? So anyways, yeah, today was a decent day. I got 3 trades, 1 loser, 2 winners. And like I said before, I'm really enjoying trading these 10K chart. 2 things that I'm struggling with right now that I kind of discovered, well, not discovered, but one I already knew, but the other one, so basically 2 things are, number 1, so first one is the risk is higher, right? Obviously it's a 10K chart, the candles are bigger, so the risk is bigger, right? This is basically a 5-minute chart, technically speaking, right? It's very similar. So I do have a solution for that, and I'll talk about it later. And number 2 is I'm struggling to hold on to my trades, which I already knew. We all knew that. I am getting better, however. I think I'm getting, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, which is great, which is exactly what I need to be doing. So that's good. It's slowly but surely that will get fixed over time. So let's talk about the trades, right? So basically, I got trapped here. This was basically, this technically by the count, this is a second entry, right? You have a second, so you have new high, first entry, second entry, right here. So I liked it at the time. Again, it worked for a scalp perfectly fine. I'm not trading for scalps. I'm trading to basically to see if we can test these highs, which we never did. So I got trapped, got stopped out, and I think originally I had the channel something like this, right? So this break right here, and then you have a test of new high, but technically speaking, this is not a new high because we were off by like 2 ticks. So I was still thinking that we probably going to test these highs, and then once I adjusted this channel, it kind of made more sense because even though this is a second entry, you still have a kind of like a correction here working down. You can do this, or you can do probably this, right? Either way, it's the same conclusion, right? So yeah, got trapped, got a loser, price went even lower, and you can probably tell that a lot of people got trapped here because the price just tanked. But with that being said, we did get a basically 2-legged correction, like 1 leg 2. So you can see that, oops. So you can see that easily here, boom, boom. And yeah, I was looking to trade this short right here, and this trade was on a 3,000 tick chart. I'll show you right now. This is a short right here. It is a second entry short. It is at the resistance or support turn resistance type of thing. We are way away from the EMA, and I was targeting the EMA, and I got the EMA. So you clearly see, well, almost by 1 tick, but that was my target, and super happy about that trade. It was very minimal risk. It was 2.5 point risk. I'll take it. Then I switched back to 10K chart, and I was looking at this high low here, and I don't know, I was a little too hesitant just because the EMA is kind of flat. It is a little bit sideways. I wasn't sure if this was a break here in the new high. I wasn't sure. I didn't like anything here, so I skipped it, and it would have worked just fine. Again, you never know. Price rocketed up, and then we failed to test these highs, and I was looking at this. Technically speaking, this is a lower high because this high is lower than this high, right? So you have a higher high, a lower high, a lower high. So on the bigger picture, it is a lower high, yes. And you do get a leg 1 and leg 2, right? So that played out. So I was thinking about taking a short. and I chickened out. But you know, it would work just fine. It worked just fine. I think the bigger picture context was correct, obviously, but I just chickened out. But I did say, I was like, okay, I don't really like this too much, but if we get a lower high, which we did here, I'm gonna take the short. And sure enough, we got a lower high here. I pulled the trigger. I got 7 points out of this. So this loser was 7 points. This winner was around 5, I think it was. Yeah, around 5 points, and this was around almost 8 points as well. And yeah, so the problem here was that this is what I was thinking, right? I said, we get a lower high, I'm taking a short, and I'm targeting these lows, this swing low, and if we break this swing low, we're gonna go here, this swing low. So, and it played out perfectly, and I did not held long enough. So part of the struggle, right? So again, I'm gonna keep working on that. Over time, we'll get better. But like I said before, the risk is bigger. It's bigger. This was 8 points, 8.5, almost 9, and this one's 8.5 again. So the risk is bigger. So what I was thinking to kind of fix that, right, is to go to micros. And I've been, you know, thinking about trading micros for about 2 weeks now, and I really think that trading micros for me is going to be very beneficial. Because number one, you reduce the risk, right? So that's good. And number two, you can trade with more contracts. And number three, which is probably the one I'm most excited about, is I can use a runner in my trading. I wanted to use my runner in my trading for quite a long time. And just with, you know, with normal, you know, ES or whatever, E-mini, you just really can't. I can't. I can't do it because you need to trade at least 5 contracts. But with micros, it's a different story. So like, let's say for example, if this like, just to run the number, let's say this risk was 9 points, right? Well, if I trade with just, you know, 5 contracts, you know, 9 points on this is basically $450, right? You know, 9 points on a micro with 5 contracts, that's about 40. Well, one contract's $45, and then 45 times 5 is basically $200. $250, which is almost half, a little more than half. So yeah, I mean, and I can basically have 2 targets, right? Well, I can have one target, like initial target, you know, here, get that target filled, and then let my runner just run, right? Either here or lower or whatever, right? Or here. And I think that's going to be the plan. I think the plan when September comes around, I think I'm going to start trading the micros, and I also need to trade the Top Step account because again, it's just sitting there. I have taken trades here and there. I do have to keep that account active because otherwise, if you don't, they will cancel it. They will close it for you. To give you a heads up, to give you like a warning, like, hey, you need to trade this, but it's like a courtesy warning. They won't do it every time. So you have to trade that account every 30 days, which I have been. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And again, like I said before, with Top Step, in order for you to get a payout, which is I think is more obtainable versus Bullnox, right? With Top Step, you only need to have 5 winning days of $200 or more, and non-consecutive, right? And that's it. You can request the payout. And trading micros with 5 contracts and getting that $200, especially on a 10K chart, is very, very obtainable. It's very easy to do. It's not something super hard. So definitely gonna do that. Try that out next month, and I'll see how that goes. But that's all I got for the video, really. The coupon codes, I forgot to fix this again, but it's 80% off on the Apex, 90% off on Bullnox. The Bullnox will last until the 27th, so you have some time. I did make that video about Max System, which I'll release probably either tonight or tomorrow. I hope that people like it and share it with other, you know, traders, and hopefully we get some good, healthy discussion about it. I know that, you know, Max followers are very protective of him, you know, so kind of like ITC almost, and I said that in my video too. So yeah, I was very respectful. I brought some very good points, and hopefully people like it. But anyway, that's all I got for the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.